So let's take a look at this constellation chapter again and actually read some of the things while we wait for day to go by. I think time passes while I'm in this screen. I'm not exactly sure now that I think about it. But the Starlight Infuser. Liquid Starlight's unique properties cause it to interact with certain solid materials in several especially useful ways. So this was making, we've read about making this, which is decent of size to put on one of these islands. Maybe that one. I don't know if it needs access to the sky. If so, we could put it on top of this one. It doesn't really say. So we've got a lapis down there. Lots of buckets of starlight, which we're good on. So we could make that. We might even have room to make that on top of this one here. Put it here. Then again, if we put it over there, it will give that one some purpose. Since we have several different little things here. That one's my favorite so far. But yeah, so build it. We need 12 marble, 4 chiseled, 40 arch, 12 runed, 1 lapis block, 8 marble pillar. So let's collect some resources. Ooh, took some damage there. Runed. I don't think it said we needed any brick. Marble, underground biomes, astral sorcery. Did it say chiseled at all? Okay, let's check it again. 12 regular marble, 4 chiseled, 40 arches. I don't have any arches. That is engraved. Here we got some more in here. Okay. Arches, 25. So we need to make more arches. There's 40 arches. Ooh, regular marble we have. Chiseled marble we have. Runed we have 12, which okay. I think we have everything to build this, but the lapis block, which we might actually have. Yep, we have the lapis block. So let's go build it over here. And we're going to probably see about centering it in here on the top. That's not really enough. We'll use these. I can't even remember how big I made this. Watch it be even numbered. $13, okay. $14. What was I thinking? Well, that's easily solvable since the building's not built yet. We'll do 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it would be same here. Okay, so that is the middle once we trim off that edge. And we're going to put the marble block, the lapis block there, because that was in the middle. And then it's surrounded by I don't know. Not regular marble. See, because you can see the marks around it. Well, and it's not the chiseled because you can see the pattern on the top. Well. The runed, maybe? Because I don't see the runed anywhere. But that's only 8, and it says it needs 12. So where do the other runed ones go? Oh, here. The corner bits. Okay. So yeah, this diagram could have been a bit better. Do that, and then do the, I guess, what, the troughs, where the liquid starlight goes. One over here too. Get rid of the cobble because it's ugly. Alright. And then need the runed for these corner bits. Whoa! Mega fast pick. That's not what I wanted to do. Ooh, 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 we've got the right constellation coming up in the sky tonight to attune a rock. So we should do that. Changing to something else. We need these, which we have more of. I don't know what matters. I don't want those. Let's use this one. Sure. Okay, so there's VCO down there. What we're gonna do is take out Amara. And we need VCO. I thought I had 10 of these spectral relays. I wonder where the other one went. And let's see, there's one here. And one here-ish. Here-ish. More. That doesn't seem quite right. That one's off. There it goes. So there's VCO, and if we put the rock crystal in there? Alright, so we now have an attuned rock crystal, attuned to VCO, Now, if I read this correctly, we need to go out to the attunement chapter. Put it on the pedestal. Okay. Let's see what it does on this pedestal. Not really sure. It looks pretty. I don't know. It raises constellation, make everything feel slower while seeming to make you faster in whatever you want to do. I don't know. These guys don't appear to be walking any slower. I don't appear to be going any faster. That feels normal. I wonder what this is actually doing. If it'll do anything. Maybe I need to use lenses. To strengthen it. I remember reading about that in here with the this one. Oh, acceleration. I have no clue what it's supposed to do. That's the deal. It says it appears to be slow, and I don't know what it's supposed to be doing. This is now the it Magicmon Uncouth. The Astral Sorcery is awesome. So far what I'm learning of it is really cool anyway. Yeah, so I know that it said something about using the lenses to focus the starlight, and that some of those beams show a more reliable pattern, and placing crystal lenses on those places where the light reflects and linking it back onto the pedestal will yield an even stronger effect. Now, I am not seeing any beams that it's talking about anywhere. So, I'm not sure I'm understanding this accurately in what it's doing. And it might, I mean, I don't know. PCO's right there. I'm not really sure. We'll leave it for now and see if there's something else I need to do. May have to do some reading. Let's go fill up my jetpack. Let's fill these up too. There we go. Those are full. I need to repair them. Alright. Yeah, I'm not quite sure I understand the ritual pedestal then. Need to do some learning about this and figuring out what they do. I wonder if there's information somewhere about that. somewhere. Don't know where. Okay. So we did that. Whoop. That was something we wanted to do. Sit on this tree. Okay. I want to make this, but I'm not sure where I want to put it. Colored lenses I'll be learning about here soon as well. Alright, so this is what we're working on. So we should probably go back to finish building this now that it's almost day, because I won't be able to look for constellations either. Alright. Back to this. So there's the start of that. Let's look at the picture again. Arches. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. And then 2 pillars and a chisel? Yeah. And those go in these spots here. Chiseled. Get rid of the ugly cobble. Alright, and then we make the arches, which we need the cobble back for, and the marble arches. Next one. Oh. And then we're doing good with that. The other one must have fallen to the floor. Alright. I really enjoy the multi-block structures that Astral Sorcery provides. I wish there was a drawing tool of some sort. Either just showing a ghost image of it so you know that you're building it without having to refer to the book, or building it for you like Environmental Tech does. That would be really helpful. Okay, so now we just need to do all the starlight. And I only have the 1 bucket. Oh, do I have more iron on me? Wrong. Look there. I have ore, and I have cobble, and I have coal. Alright. let's knock us out some iron. And I have a drum down here, a barrel that's full of liquid starlight. So even if these are not currently running right now, I have more starlight. I have a little bit of iron here. 2 buckets would be helpful. I don't know if I need more than 2. We are going to need to get 9 buckets put in there. There's 1, 2. Alright. Doesn't look like it's filling up from here. Huh. Five, 6. Ooh. I wonder if we have to do the infusion at nighttime as well. Just a couple more. Right. Infusion can happen all day, every day. Thank you, Tazorian. Alright. There we go. It's all full of starlight, and now we just need to make the actual infusion altar thingy, and that probably has to be done at nighttime. But we can at least put the crafting recipe together. Here, this recipe. Wow. Okay, so we need chiseled, engraved, and pillars. Pillars, chiseled, engraved. I think it said we needed aquamarine and star metal and gold and liquid starlight. Okay. Let's look at this real quick one more time. Alright. We do starlight in the middle. So far correct. Engraved, chiseled. And then pillar here and here. Yeah, I need that much. Gosh, I hope my altar here actually collects that much. I think it does. But it has me questioning whether it does, just because that looks like a lot. Let's get some of this put away, just to clear my inventory out. I don't need you, but whatever. Alright. And when we do this, we will be able to do collector crystals, stellar refraction table, the illumination wand. I did. It's not a super high dense starlight location, but there was a black purplish patch here where I built this. Yeah. Having experienced the growth effect liquid starlight has on rock crystals, it could be assumed that repairing tools in a similar fashion would work, while the fusion of the crystals into tools seems to make this process a bit more uneven. It does seem possible. Inevitably, due to the shape of the tools, the crystals will need to be reformed and sharpened after being allowed to grow in the starlight. Additionally, with the new invention and a bit more liquid starlight, something else could be achieved as well. Indeed, after infusing the previously inert tools with a lot of liquid starlight, they seem to faintly glow and reflect the sky above. Having this liquid starlight vibrantly flowing through the tools seems like they could perform far beyond initial expectations. However, that also comes with the possibility that the liquid might be drained at some point. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's read. The illumination wand. You know, this is really nice. This is like a infinite torch. I do not like the mod author's choice to make it a yellow light. And that's just my one thing, mainly because all the other things are white and blue and sparkly. And then he does yellow lights. He could have done blue. He could have done what I have here with the mana flash and have them be kind of white iridescent. I don't really like the yellow ones. So I might not be making the illumination wand. I'm really not sure. You know what? That's what that starlight resonator is for, isn't it? Is to find the dense fields. Not dark enough yet. There's a little patch over here you can kind of see. And then I built it here where there's a higher patch. You might be able to see the little bit of light flickering. You can see how it's kind of where these bricks are. It's flickering, dark light, dark light. That's because there's a darker patch of... yeah. So it's not super dense, but it is denser. It's still early night, but this is getting there. There, it's almost there. And then you can't even see the moon up yet. It's probably about right there on that level. Oh, almost. Ta-da! If I remember correctly, this does fill all the way up. But... alright. Gosh, I love the effects of this. This effect is a lot different than the... each one has like a different little thing to it. I really like that. Bloop! What's this look like? Alright. This looks like something I've seen before. I don't know if it has any moving parts, but if you've played with Thaumcraft, this looks similar in design to the node. Gosh, what are they called? Things you preserve the nodes in. Like, these things would retract out and create a glowing ball around the Thaumcraft node. Now apparently I wonder, can I really just do that? I don't know. Let's find out. Node preserver, is that what it's called? Wow, well, it used up all of my... Cutting 100%. Node stabilizer. That's it, Yasmin. Thank you. Durability 10 out of 10, though. I'm not sure what. Attack damage 14. Can I enchant this now that it's infused? I'm gonna guess not, but yeah. Let's go get my other bucket and fill these back up. Otherwise I'm gonna have a bunch of mobs over there, which I probably will anyway by the time I get this all done. Let's grab you. I'll do a third bucket. And, you know, we should probably... Oh, no! That's not what I wanted to do. Thank you. Let's get some aquamarines on top of a couple of these light wells. Yeah, weird. No mobs! Yay. No mobs. So this way we'll be able to fill out one of these things each time we come over here. So I'm going to do this 4 times. And then more of this. So I recall again, what else can I... Oh, look, we've got a little... What are these called? Flares? Hello there, aren't you pretty? I wish I could trap you and keep you forever. I wonder if you can name these since they're entities. It's worth wondering, because otherwise they'll go away, and I don't. If I fly away now, they'll be gone. So I would just have to carry name tags with flare names that I would want. Sparkles. I don't know, but they're so pretty. Wouldn't it be pretty to have them just kind of floating around my world? Instead of despawning. And they're not, you know, they don't happen all the time. They're a rarity, so they get the cool little flares. They're so pretty. And apparently they attack bats. So there we go. So this is done, and now I can't remember what else I could infuse. Okay. Wow, look at the... Oh, aquamarines. Because that's what these are doing. Resonating. And that's where you do it in the Starlight Infuser. Yeah. Growing more and more familiar with handling attuned crystals and learning about the properties. We're not. I have no idea with these attuned crystals. Recreating what was found in those shrines may be possible. A simple crystal alone has proven to be too weak to properly channel the same amount that those big floating crystals seem to contain. Enhancing the attuned crystals, however, might lead to something similar to the collector crystals. There might be more ways to enhance them even further in the future. Yeah, but I don't even know really what this does. Okay, my question is, if I place this in the world, would it work exactly like the ones in the fountains? Because if so, I could like make star metal and whatnot anywhere. Enhanced collector crystals, celestial crystals, crystal clusters. All right. Let's check out this tree beacon. The properties of the resonating gem, specifically its draining effects on liquid starlight, begs the question of how that could be applied. A simplistic design by which saplings are infused just before they grow with liquid starlight would seem to allow the resonating gem to drain bits and pieces from the tree when it's grown. A specialized tree constructed of starlight-sensitive materials should act as a beacon for this effect. I'm confused. Draining effects on liquid starlight. It also has its limits due to the nature of this harvesting process. The trees infused with starlight will be slowly consumed over time. Additionally, there's only so many trees the tree construct can support. So is this a tree farm, really? Simply won't infuse them with liquid starlight because it doesn't have enough left. Oh, it infuses saplings? It infuses trees? For what purpose? I don't quite know. I'm a little confused. Don't know. I don't understand. Crystal prism. While crystal lenses are useful and all, sometimes it is desirable to direct the light onto multiple locations other than just one. Crystal acting as prism and splitting the outgoing starlight evenly across them would be a functionally feasible apparatus. Other than splitting the beam, it should most likely work the same way as the crystal lens. Okay. Good to know. Further research into the ritual properties of the constellations has led to a new design. A table can now be created that can accommodate all of the known constellations, and through a series of refraction, focus that light into a central working area to imbue their power as enchantments that may potentially exceed all other known levels of enchanting. The table seems to be able to work with up to 3 different constellations at once before the overlapping luminescence begins to create too much light pollution. Additionally, the table seems to require the deep cover of night to work best, eliminating other sources of interfering light from the sky. So does this say it works best at a new moon? The placement of the constellations seems to have great impact as to their dominance in the final pattern. The few overlapping points from each constellation, the stronger their presence will be in the final drawing. Okay. Reinforcing paper with aquamarine's ability to absorb starlight has allowed the creation of specialized parchment to retain the constellation placement on the table. A specialized type of glass that is able to hold the enchanting properties of the constellation will be required. Building on the altered nature of colored lenses and further joining star metal and resonating gems, a glass can be made that is both strong enough and receptive enough to transfer the starlight enchantments. Alrighty then. By placing the paper and infused glass on the table and directing the placement of the constellations on the paper, a new interconnected master constellation is created on the page. Too much light interference as dawn or dusk approaches increase the chance the project will be unable to handle such raw energy and burn. Once all 3 constellations have been placed onto the paper without burning, the pattern will become etched into the infused glass. Goodness, this is fancy! Final enchantment step involves directing the new pattern of constellations onto something usable. A book should certainly be able to retain the enchantments, as would most armors and metals, as appropriate to what is granted by the constellations. Excuse me. Lastly, it should also be possible to bottle these enchantments by placing a water bottle, mundane, thick, or awkward potion into the table. The starlight can coalesce into pure stardew. It seems likely that creating potions and books in this manner has a chance of damaging the glass. Enchanting directly is almost guaranteed to damage it as well. Okay. Very interesting. I like. That sounds really cool. So this talks about taking colored lenses and that they do different things. Ignition, break, damage, growth, regen, push. Okay. So, how do you use these colored lenses in the, I'm assuming those frames in a previous chapter, to do these things? Do you need these collector crystals, and you tune them up to that, and then it'll do, for example, if you had one with this, it lights something on fire, like for example the nether portal. I don't know what break is unless it's like mining. Probably. Damage, this I'm gonna guess is like mob damage. Growth would be for crops. Okay, so there's that idea, I guess. We'll have to look into that. I'm sorry I'm spending so much time in the journal. This is just something I really wanted to explore on camera because you can get my perception and my trying to comprehend and understand the journal. And maybe you can help me. But this way you can see how the process of learning a new mod, excuse me, comes into play. Spectral lenses. Starlight transmission seems to be paramount to powering all the rituals, lenses, and effects emanating from the starlight source. Working under an open sky affords freedom of movement and transmission, but sometimes impractical in some situations where working behind closed doors or underground is more ideal. By infusing illumination power with star metal, dust, and using resonating gems as a regulator, it is possible to create a starlight transmission that phases through any amount of solid material in its path at the cost of some light's potency. That's cool. Well, I'm glad you're learning things, Tazorian. At least hopefully you are. Ritual anchors. Focusing starlight into a ritual pedestal allowed the structure to manifest the attunement of the crystal into the world. Yes, we still haven't seen that. Fortunately, the structure required to maintain the crystal's integrity can take up a lot of space. To this end, it may be possible to redirect ritual's effect using a specially constructed linking stone placed 5 blocks above the ritual pedestal and then linked to a matching stone some distance away. Sweet. That sounds cool. Okay, so does not appear that time has... Have I really only been reading for like 8 minutes? I feel like I've been reading for longer. I want to do some more constellation hunting. See what other constellations we can get. Need to figure out that ritual with the stone. I don't know what it's supposed to do, if it's supposed to do anything. As far as perks is concerned, I have unlocked, because I'm at 4 now. I like this one. A Phoenix Blessing. So then we have to wait for these. I have to get it a bit more, and then we'll have all of these unlocked for this particular constellation. So that's interesting. It's getting to be nighttime. Alright. So if I want to look at the sky, I need to move you. Let's move you up here. And when it gets a little darker out, let's look at the constellations again. Seeing if we can create the constellations in our vision. These are the 3, and then this one that we're going to have possibility of finding in the sky. This one looks hard to try to remember to draw. Decidia, that's the one I can never remember the name of. Alright. Let's see if we can see any of these. Oh, there's something right here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That actually looks like this one. If I connect this and this, and go here, and then down here. Okay. Yay! We did! We discovered Avitas! Now we can find out what it does. Being supposed to focus light of this constellation, flowers and plants close to the source are flourishing and grow faster. See, that would be nicer to have that, where that ritual is, have that, use that. That's awesome. Okay, let's see if we can find any others, since we didn't page through. Let's scroll to other parts of the sky. We might not be able to find any others. Don't see any other really large stars standing out. Oh, we do here. Okay. This looks like that starburst one. Let's see. Yep. Lucerna. So since we learned Lucerna's on this page, the light of this constellation seems immensely bright despite it being far away. It is so bright, in fact, that it may inhibit enemies from arising entirely. Ooh. Ooh. So this works to prevent mobs from spawning. Let's see if we can see it. There's a Avitas. There it is. Look at that. You can see quite a few of them in the night sky tonight. That one's kind of purpley, whereas these are kind of blue. I wonder if it has to do with it saying that it's especially bright. So it might be better to attune a rock crystal to this. Let's see. Alright, so let's attune this crystal. Alright. And then get away from the noise. Let's head to the beach house and see if we can't switch this one out. Oh, there's a witch. No. Can I take you? Can I switch you? There we go. Alright, so now we have a different one here. So if we were to go away and come back, that witch just disappeared. What was that? What is that? Is that my infused sword doing that? Oh, she went down there. So if we go away, so it's out of loaded range, and come back, will that cause the mobs in that area to not spawn? It's certainly startling to Zorian. Alright, so the witch is gone. And I'm really not seeing a lot of mobs in this area. Unfortunately, I also have a sacred light over here. But it doesn't reach this far, which is why this is helpful to see. There's a zombie over there. Oh. I don't understand with what was talking about strengthening it with lenses. I don't see these lights coming off. It's apparently, I mean, they just are spinning around. I don't know if they have any. I'd have to really see if any, like this one probably down here. There's always one pointing down here, my guess. As a guess, of course. You always had an orange color? I don't remember. Turnip soup. Yay. Very interesting. So yeah, I don't know with the lenses about making this apparently accelerated or whatever. But what is cool is that I could have this somewhere else, like in a tower over in my palace, have this set up. And put one of those ritual markers on top, and then put another ritual marker wherever I want it. So that's cool. That's neat. I like that a lot. That's really neat. Alright, let's put the constellation back in a journal. Alright. And right back here. Let's put these extra spectral relays away. This one is attuned. I'm not really sure where I want to put it just yet. I just have to make sure not to use it unless I want to. I don't even know if I can untune it. If that's even a thing. No room in there. So yeah. Well guys, I know it's a little early than I normally end on Saturdays, but I have a couple of things I need to get done before Edward wakes up, and he's going to be waking up soon. So I'm going to call it for this stream.